for some musical numbers, so we'll have those first. The mission song is going around. I know that'll be one of the music numbers. Sister White will let us know what order they're coming in, and then we'll have a talk from President Kais for a few minutes, and then after that, what we had planned is be able to have a little bit of an open mic where any who want to come up and share a short mission memory that they want to share. And so we'll do that. So again, musical numbers, Sister White will let us know, President Kais, and then we'll have an open mic. Since this is last time I'll be at the mic, I just, for President Sister Kais, just wanted to say how much I know for all of us, how much we love you and appreciate you, and so grateful to be able to be with you today, of course. All right, with that, I'll turn it over to Sister White, and she'll guide us through the music. And,
studying like in the winter, you know. And singing.
all right, so after we do mission memories, we'll do a closing prayer, and then after the prayer, we'll have someone, and then we'll go do ice cream back inside, right? Yeah, we got. President says we got a nice ice cream for everyone plus some, which I can attest to having carrying in. But very much looking forward to great ice cream. And Elder Hall, will you give the closing prayer when we're all said and done? Okay, thank you.
All right, hi everyone. I'm Isabella White. Arnett is my new last name. I served from May 2013 to November 2014. I got to serve in the Liberty Jail and the Visitor Center, and I got to be a part of a lot of the music going on in the mission, which was a huge blessing in my life. So today we're bringing some of the, I call them like the iconic mission songs for you today. We're going to start with the mission song that Nathan Top wrote for us. I'm going to play the entire thing through since it's been a minute, so you can hear the whole thing, kind of reel along the words, and then we'll sing it again. Elder Brenchley is going to conduct for us. Woo! Sister McDonald, where are you? Sister McDonald. We're gonna have her sing a solo while I play it through, so you can hear what it sounds like, and then we will all sing together. Okay? Great, okay. You can like come along
Can you hear the piano? Yes? Okay. People in the back. Who knows? Okay.
That's not my FTC choir. I can tell
Okay, thank you everyone. I have so many great memories of singing at every zone conference and district conference, whatever it was. We had the opportunity to sing it. The next song is called Joseph and Emma. This was a really special one for me. My sister, Shauna Jones, she was one of the senior sisters. Her and Elder Jones served at the Visitor Center in the Liberty Jail, and she was an amazing poet. She wrote, I don't know, like 30 poems while she was out there, just anything that came to mind. They were just beautiful. She would read them to us sometimes while we're at the Visitor Center, and this one just stood out, and I just woke up one morning with the melody in my head and had to get to a piano, and it just came out. I really believe this one was inspiration. So Bryn Thurston is going to sing it for us today. Stephanie Buckhay was really instrumental in helping this song come apart, as well as Hannah Morris and lots of other people who were at the Visitor Center at the time. But we're so excited to have Bryn sing for us today. Here we go. Does someone want to be my mic stand?
I can do it.
Oh, thank you. She's like, this isn't going to work.
Yeah, sorry. There we go.
The next song is called A Mission President's Prayer. And this one I was so blessed to be able to be a part of the creation of. President Kais came up with this whole song. I'll give him a second to talk about it if you want. And then he tasked me with putting some music to it, and Shauna Jones helped kind of make it flow the way he wanted. But I'll let you say a couple words.
This particular song, the words to it, not the music, came to me in literally the middle of the night of what I was thinking about. Our missionaries would know what our responsibility was as mission president and mission mother. I called Sister White about 6 o'clock in the morning. By the way, she was up, just thought I'd mention that. And told her about it, and she actually wrote the music. And the words are important and the music's important, so I hope you enjoy it.
We have our very own Elder Brenchley, who's the Visitor Center Director while I was there. He's going to sing for us. Can we get another mic stand? Any volunteers? Bryn's got it.
I got this music last night, and I don't remember it from when we were at the visitor center, but we'll do the best we can because I think Isabella is just wonderful on the piano. So, and I love your incredible message in this. It's powerful. great blessings will be theirs forever. They miss their home, their mom and dad. They long for all the things they've ever had. As president, I pray they understand. I know I have. Thou taught them peace, thou taught them love. Keep them in thy care, O Father above. I love them too, I watch them grow, teaching things missionaries ought to know. They look in me to guide, to teach, to show, help them to know. When struggles come, they feel so small, but with great faith and prayer they still stand tall. They rise with pride on legs that shake. They learn to love and give and friendship make. May thy sweet spirit fill their tender hearts. They'll do their parts. Then they progress, no longer youth. Love these they serve and want to share the truth. A precious gift from thee to above. They bow before thee now and know thy love. They seek, they search, they study, and they pray. They know thy way. Oh, mercies give, they learn and grow. Now they rely upon thee, Lord, they know. No longer here on borrowed wine. Their faith and testimony shining bright. They walk thy way, the journey, oh so sweet. They know thy feet.
Okay, this next one, hopefully the train will pass by the time we start. It's called Liberty Prayer, and it was written by Bryn Burston and Katie Corbish. And I've just had the privilege of playing it for Bryn a few times on the mission and after the mission. But I'll let her say a little bit more about it before we... Can you guys hear better with the speakers? speaker a little closer. Okay. Piano, okay? Bring your piano. I don't even know what to say. Okay. Yeah, this song, I was serving in Liberty Jail, and I was just walking around the rotunda, and it just hit me, all the lyrics, and so I took it to
That's great. They deserve to hear all of this, so let's wait for that train to go by. Is that all right, present guys? How long do these trains last? About 20 minutes? 3 minutes.
visit among yourselves. Testing.
Rabbit, you're lit.
I really don't know what to say. This one just means a lot to me because music has always been a huge part of my life, and I feel like having my brother really taught me a lot about Joseph Smith and music. And so yeah, just special to me. It felt just a lot. If anyone happens to know any part of this song, feel free to sing along because I would love to sing with you. Joseph rose in sorrow so deep, he solemnly prayed and fell to his knees. Lord, hear my cry. God, where art thou? How long shall thy hand be stayed? And the answer he got as he prayed. Peace be unto thy soul. Feel of my word, though you're lonely and cold. In the trials we face, take hold of his grace. Know this moment is small, and cry. Hope you heard that. Hope you enjoyed it. We are just so grateful to be able to share God's love through music. And like I said, it was just such a pivotal point in my life and on my mission to be able to participate in such strong experiences through music and through God that way in terms of Father Jesus Christ. And I'm so grateful for President Kai's and all of his direction and leadership. His love has really changed my life forever and given me the confidence I need to really build my own testimony. And, my mission has affected every day of my life. And I'm just so grateful I got called to the Missouri Independence Mission, best mission in the world. Grateful to be here with you all and excited to hear from President Kai's.
Thank you for the blessing to be with you. Sister Kite can kind of stand here next to me. We've been standing next to each other for like ever, and I would be in half without her standing here next to me. It's hard to describe our feelings tonight, but the feelings of gratitude and thankfulness. So it's a blessing to be with you, absolutely. It's how I feel tonight. I was looking across the audience to see if there was somebody that I hadn't got to say hello. And I looked across there and I said, that's got to be Elder Diener because he's still grinning. And I don't see him now, but he was there, but I haven't seen him tonight. So Elder Diener, if you can hear me, wherever you are, I want to see you before you leave. And Sister Hall, Elder Hall was sitting there next to you, and I haven't talked to him tonight. Okay, tell him to run back. And Elder Farron, I haven't talked to you yet. I think that's Elder Farron. I can't read your name tag here, because I can't read name tag from here. But please, any that I've missed, any that I haven't had a chance to say hello to, please I'd like to say hello to before we go. I'd like to thank you for something that might seem like a little thing, but on our first reunion, when it had only been about a year, and a lot of our missionaries were still 19 and 20 and 21 and acting like kids, a whole bunch of our missionaries switched their name tags around to see if I would know who they were. And that was only 1 year out, and so I caught them doing it, and caught about 9 out of 10 of them. It was a kind of a childish thing to do, but hey, they were 21, right, and still growing up. But this time, if you would have switched name tags around, in some cases, it wouldn't have been good. So, thank you for keeping the right name tags on, and thank you for being who you are. I wanted to let you know what we've been doing for the last 10 years. Right within minutes of being home, I'm serious, we wasn't home a day. The phone rang and it was Salt Lake. And they said, President Kai's, would you come down and work in the missionary department? And I said, well, we haven't unpacked practically. And they said, yeah, we know that. And I said, what do you want me to do? They said, we'd like to advise mission presidents. We have 40 of them in the central United States that need an IFR. And we want you to teach them how to be mission presidents. I thought, oh my word, I never figured it out myself. And now I've got 40 of them. But so that's what we did for the first year or so, is I worked as an IFR in Salt Lake. And then after that, we were called, Jackie and I, to do the pilot for the church for service missionaries. The guidelines they gave us was these will be good kids that are worthy in every way to go on missions, but they would be a better missionary if they stayed home. And we want you to pilot what we call the Church Service Missionary Program. And Jackie and I pilot together the first Church Service Missionary. So in addition to this mission, for 18 months she was mission president wife for 80 church service missionaries. And we have a picture like your picture, not that big by the way, down in our room, just like we have this one, of these 80 wonderful missionaries who grew to love and appreciate very much. After that, Sister Kai's mother started getting older. She's 94 now, and Jackie spent a lot of time looking after her mother and looking after our grandkids. And I was called back to Salt Lake to help in the area presidency for Utah with Elder Christensen, and then 3.5 years ago we were called the Temple President of the Occupier. We did that for 3 years, and we've been released about 8 or 10 months, whatever it is, and here we are. And all along that way, Sister Kai's was just better than me at everything. She was a better mission mother than I was mission president, and she was a far better temple matron than I was temple president. And sometimes we would have situations at the temple where people needed help and guidance, and especially sisters. And I said, just go find Sister Kai's and everything will be okay. They go find Sister Kai's, and just like this little party dog, just like her running to Jackie, it was like that. So I just want Jackie to know how much I love her and what a blessing it's been to serve by her side. We are now retired, so to speak. I'm 74, so I'm past the age that they do stuff with you, so to speak. And honestly, I'm not adjusting very well. I'm trying to, and I'm trying to learn who Don is. And for all of you, like Elder Lunt, I still call his wife Sister Liddy. Please forgive me for that. And our love for you as mother changed. I still love you, Elder Lunt. I still love you. And, just hasn't changed. I guess after 10 years, it's not good, it's not done it. I guess I'm supposed to give you some kind of assignment, because that's what you're supposed to do, right? And I'd like to give you the assignment by reading an article out of the Ensign, and then it'll take 3 minutes to read the article, and then I'll try to talk to you about it just a little bit. And it's about rescuing lost lambs. And by the way, anybody that's here that's not active in the church right now, I am so grateful you came. I would just feel horrible if I had someone that was not active at the present time, and by the way, those things doesn't go, but would feel uncomfortable to be here. If that was the case, I would feel like I failed as mission president. That isn't what I taught you. So if you're here and you're not currently active, thank you for coming, because it means the world to me that you be here. Okay, this particular article was written in the Ensign spring of 2011. And it's about, the name of the article by the Ensign is called Rescuing Lost Lambs. And here it goes. Rescuing Lost Lambs by Elder Donald Price. I get that part in. Years ago in the early spring, my wife and I had the occasion to drive through beautiful Star Valley, Wyoming, USA. It was a wonderful spring morning, and the landscapes and scenery were inspiring. As Jackie and I drove in Star Valley, we enjoyed seeing an occasional flock of sheep sprinkled with dozens of baby lambs. Few things are more endearing than a baby lamb. As we drove down the busy road, we saw a small lamb outside the fence to the roadside. It was frantically running back and forth against the fence, trying to get back to the flock. I surmised that this little lamb was small enough to have pressed through an opening in the fence, but was now unable to return.
I was confident if we didn't stop to rescue the lamb, it would eventually wander into the nearby road and be injured or killed. I stopped the car and said to Jackie and our traveling companions in the back seat, that was Rupert's boy at home, by the way, wait here, this will just take a moment. I naturally assumed with my total lack of lamb herding experience that the frightened lamb would be glad to see me. After all, I had the best of intentions, I was there to save its life. But to my disappointment, the lamb was afraid and totally unappreciative of my efforts to save it. As it approached it, the little soul ran away from me as fast as it could along the path. Seeing my plight, Jackie got out of the car to help, and even together we could not outmaneuver the quick little lamb. At this point, the couple in the back seat, who had been thoroughly enjoying the rodeo, piled out of the car, joined in this rescue attempt, and with all of our efforts, we finally was able to save the frightened little lamb. We pressed it against the fence and reached down and then put it over the fence, and it quickly noticed its mother and ran to her side. With our clothing a little disheveled, we felt with great satisfaction and peace that we made the right decision and we went on our way. I've reflected on that experience several times since and wondered if we would give that same kind of effort to save our neighborhood. In Matthew 12:12 it says, how much then is a man better than the sheep? In every ward, branch, and state are lost or endangered lambs. Replacing the word with rescue in the hymn, have I done any good? I invite you to consider this. There are chances for rescue all around just now. Opportunities right in our way. Do not let them pass by saying sometime I'll try, but go and do something today. I invite you and ask you as your mission president, if you have a neighbor, if you have a friend, if you have a previous missionary companion that needs your support and your love and your help and your rescue, would you please go to the rescue? Would you please remember who you are as missionaries in the Independence Missouri Mission? Your effort will be rewarded with eternal blessings as the Lord has promised. If we will save but one soul, how great will be our joy in the kingdom of our Father. I happen to like that author, and I hope that that strung a note. Sometimes when you're thinking about rescuing or helping with someone, if you make it too broad, it never happens. If you zero in on one, it'll happen. I'd like to ask all of you to zero in on that one, to help them, to love them, to let them know that you care about them. And if they choose not to be active or to be affiliated with the church, the most important thing is that you love them anyway. That you still care about them, that your love is genuine and sincere. I am grateful for who you are and what you are. This day means the world to us. I'm 74 years old now, and without your name tags, I'd be in real trouble, especially if you switched them around. But I have learned something, and that is, if I can't remember one of the elders' first names, I just say Jordan, and I get about 6 or 8. We love you very, very much. It's such a joy to be with all of you. I would like Sister Pius to finish and just say something to you, because whatever she says, I promise it will be good. I want all of you to know that I know the Savior lives. And Jesus is the promise. And that he loves you in the name of Jesus Christ.
And years ago when we were called to be mission president, I kind of wanted to be the first on a spaceship to go to some unknown planet and just disappear because I was scared. And my husband thought to do better. I wouldn't have had the blessings to have you in my life. I didn't know what I was doing as a mission mother. I knew how to love my kids, and I love every one of you. And now you've got your own little kids, and I'm loving every one of your own kids. It's been such a joy to see all these little babies and little ones. And sorry to come running to me. It just made my day. I just have little children. So I was kind of scared of you big children, but it was so good to me, and those years were such a blessing to me. And for all of you to make the effort to come here today, it's amazing. Really enjoyed it. Done an amazing job. They were able to do all the things that President Price and I weren't able to do with internet and all these different things, but I'm so grateful for all of you making the effort to be here. Blessed day to remember and to meet your husbands and wives and children. And it's a very blessed day to remember. I'll always love you, whether you're active or inactive or anything. If I ever I don't care, I love you, and I'm so happy
We try to think of something that we could do so that your children would like us. When we had them sitting out here in 100-degree weather or whatever the temperature is today, it's too hot. And so we're going to have a thing called open mic where you can come up and say something if you'd like. And so I said we're willing to start it just because nobody would start, and so I'm just going to ask them to start it.
I wanted to share anyway.
But don't share till we come back. So at any rate, Sister Kais and I, we wanted your kids to just enjoy this moment, and so Jackie sent me over to Far's Ice Cream to pick up 300 ice cream bars. And so we're going to run out here and start giving you ice cream bars while we're doing the open mic, and just have fun for a few minutes, and then I believe Elder Hall have been asked to give a closing prayer. Is that right? So we're going to do open mic for a few minutes and then go from there. And I would also like to add my thanks to the Steelens for their kindness. This would not have happened without you. And I just want to thank you very, very much for doing that. And your wonderful mother and father who fed us. By the way, her mother and father fed us. They don't even know us, and they fed us anyway. I think it's just incredible.
They know you all too well. That's the thing. Just from Mission Memories, right?
Okay, Elder Whittle. We'll be back in just a minute. Come and talk to him.
Howdy, guys. I guess I'm going to stand here for a second while they grab the ice cream, and I don't want them to miss my memories, so I guess we're going to hang out. Everybody doing well? If I didn't talk to you, I rock climb. Anybody want to go out with me? We can go climb some rocks. Yeah, we'll just hang out for a second.
call when you throw spaghetti into the ocean? Apostasy. Did you guys hear about the kidnapping? He woke up. Why did the dinosaur eat the factory? Because he was a plant eater. Okay, it looks like President and Sister Pies are on their way back, so I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my memory, and then I will pass it on to the next person that's already called dibs. So I just really quickly wanted to share that while we were sitting there, we sang the mission song, and I went ahead and I took a screen, like a picture real quick of the song and sent it to Nathan, because he was my trainer on the mission, so I figured good reason to reach out, see how he's doing. And I sent him that picture and just said, hey, thanks for the nice piece of music. And he said, oh, are you singing it at the event? That makes me so happy. I'm glad they still have it in their book. Thank you so much for telling me. So even though he can't be here, he was grateful. I'm glad to hear that we're still singing some music that he wrote. And now I actually want to share a memory about him. We were just out one day in the middle of nowhere, Kansas, out kind of towards Wichita, and it was a hot day, middle of the summer, and there was some guy that was giving us sass, and for any of you that remember Nathan, Elder Top, he was a very witty, sassy guy, and he still is, but this guy was really not being very friendly towards us. And then as we were getting ready to just leave and go on our way, this guy said, well, what's the difference between you guys and the Jehovah's Witnesses anyway? And Nathan just looks at the guy and he's like, we don't romp on your grass. And then we walked away. That was the last thing he said to him. And ever since that day, I've been conscious to not walk on people's lawns because of that. So, some things make an impact in people's lives. So, yeah, that's all I wanted to share. Just a fun little memory. Okay, so I'm Elder Tyler Jensen. I served September 2010 to September 2012. So I'm going to share a couple of memories. So the first one, I'll do kind of a funny one, and the second one is a more serious one. So I was out for about a year and just a few months, and we were in, this is January 2012, just mind you, it's January, so it was cold. And so we worked with members, and so luckily we lived upstairs, because most of the time we lived downstairs. And so at the last night mission home, we're just kind of going over like our funny memories or whatever, and so I sharing this with President Pies, and then he gave me like his input on it. And so it was about 8 o'clock in the morning, and so I just had like a t-shirt, gym shorts on, private TNI, but I was in the restroom. And so I was just in there, and so suddenly there was a big gust of wind there. So I was kind of like looking around, and I didn't think much of it. And then just a few seconds later, I looked to my right, and there's this black smoke that's coming in from the vent in the bathroom. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have time to do anything. So I just got up, ran out the door,
and looked in the living room, and there were flames actually coming from downstairs. And so, of course, their member's house was on fire. And I never in a million years thought I would ever be in a house fire. And so I was the first one out, unfortunately. And so I was like, oh my gosh. Like, my companion's in there, I hope he gets out. Sister Collins is in there, hope she gets out. And luckily, just within like a couple minutes, they were out. And so we just left everything in there. Everything was smoke damaged. And then we had another set of missionaries who were in the other ward. They came to help us out. And then I looked at my companion like, I think we need to call President about this. And so I had my companion, Elder Bates. He calls President, and then just very boldly, he's like, hey, President, this is Elder Bates. And the President was like, oh, hey, Elder Bates, how you doing? And he's like, our house blew up. I was like, oh my gosh, Elder Bates, that is not the case. And so when Elder Ties took that call, he said, oh great, Elder Jensen is dead, and Elder Bates is really injured. But so that was a very crazy experience. But the care of the members was just very overwhelming, and they got us all brand new shirts, ties, pants, all that. And then another memory that I had that was stuck to me forever. So I was out just barely a year, and I was in the area. I was in Leavenworth, so I was in the area for just about a week or so. And so it was about 6:30 in the morning. We just get this call, and so Elder Tyler answers the call, and it was from a member, and she's just like, "Hey, this less active member just had the baby 14 weeks early, and so we're just wondering if you would be okay to go to the hospital and just go to the hospital." So we got ready as fast as we could, and then Elder Talpa, he just looks at me, he's like, Elder Jensen, I have this strong impression that you need to get to the hospital. So at first I was like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know what to say, this is a big deal, we need to survive, and all that. And so when we got there, he was just in a couch, and so we could only put our finger on his head. So it was just me and my companion who just put their finger on his head, and I was just kind of invite the Spirit to tell him that he'd be okay, and that he'll get through this trial and all that. And so there's this page that was called Prayers for Cooper, his name. And so this was just a few days after. It says, the member posts, I just got back from the hospital. Sam and Ricky are healing up, just tired physically and emotionally. They are so strong. Cooper is beautiful. He weighs just under 2 pounds and about half the length of his keyboard. He has a lot of dark brown hair. He is kicking, opening, closing his fists, and trying to open his mouth. He is hooked up to lots of machines to help him breathe and give him medication. He's very sick. We have faith he will be okay with prayers and support and patience to be punished. And so, I never lost contact with him. And so Cooper is 13 now. He's severe as a baby. So I just want to testify that miracles do happen, that God does watch out for us. And I say that in Jesus Christ's name.
Okay, I'll go. First of all, thank you all for coming. It was like day one we posted about it, and Sister Christ like, there are 3 people. Like, it's just day one. So they are so happy that so many people came. And it's great that we were able to get so many people because out of their 90 missions they have like 250 on the baby team. And there were, with kids and all, we had like 250 people say they were coming. So that was amazing. I didn't serve very long because of the time, but it's been so amazing to be able to spend time with them and on the mission. And they have always reminded me of heaven for some reason. And I love that. They're not even They've always reminded me of heaven. And because of that, I mean, obviously I married my husband for his mission. But I remember as they were ending their mission, they invite everyone to come together. I know there's a lot of you that here that went to that. It's the all mission conference, all come together. And I remember just sitting in the temple and thinking, this is what the celestial kingdom is like. We have our Heavenly Mother and our Heavenly Father that are here. They love us. We've all made it. It's amazing. Like, we're all cheering each other on. And I remember opening my eyes and seeing my husband, not my husband's son, but Jordan, and thinking, I am going to marry that guy because he also makes me feel like heaven. That is what I want in my life, is someone that will take me to the temple and that will make sure that our families are forever family. And so I always remember visiting Sister Kai's every time I go to the temple because they are the reason I have met my husband. And they have always just made me feel like I want heaven in my home and heaven in my life. And every time I'm with them, I know I have that heavenly feeling because of them. And that has just been a big part of my mission and a big part of my life. And I thank them for that. Is this like one of those challenges that Elder Liz does where it's like, I challenge Sister Anderson to come to the altar? Sister Gladys.
Not yet.
Okay, I've been thinking have a lot of
We're all like
spiritual stories. And who was there when it was something like that?
There's gonna be some more audio for times. So I had one sister.
Wrong crowd. Okay, thanks. I love you.
Yeah.
I remember someone, we started singing Praise to the Man, and someone in the back of the congregation stood. And it was like the closing hymn, it was super powerful, everyone's like, this is incredible, it was a prophet of God. So everyone started standing, the whole chapel. And then some of the sisters were on the stand singing, and we also stood because we were the only ones not standing. And immediately I knew it was the wrong choice because Elder Branchley's face was bright red and he was going, it was too late, I had already stood up. And we finished the song and then Elder Ballard got back up and rebuked us for standing. It was he did it with a lot of love, but I will never forget that you do not stand unless the presiding authority stands. And I think of that all the time. The other thing is when President Kaz, I don't know where he is, but we were in some sort of meeting and he found out that the Willis house, the sisters living there, were starting their laundry Sunday night in preparation for P-Day on Monday. Just because there were a lot of us who wanted to get through all your laundry, we thought we were being efficient and managing our time well. And he said, how do you expect to have the Spirit and teach about living the commandments if you're not living them yourself? And we were like, what? And I think of that every time I do my laundry on Sunday. I think I'm letting him down. Anyway, those are just some memories that popped in my head. Lots of spirituality, converting experiences too. Those are some memories.
I'm Elder Nathan again. I served from 12 to 14, but half of it was in the Missouri Defense Mission and was there during the time that we had the Hastings hit, and we divided the mission up. And then I ended up in the Kansas Wichita mission, and actually that's one of the points that I wanted to share an experience. I know everyone that was in the mission had a chance at that time. There's two different special temple trip devotionals that all the Christian, I remember President Kaiser's voicemails coming over to the phone saying that we were going to be allowed to have the missions group was going to be able to have like a group So I'm sure everyone that stayed in the Missouri Mission will do a temple call together with all those staying, the new boundaries of the Missouri Mission, and all those that are going to be joining the third of the mission. Because it took 2/3 of the missionaries came from the Missouri Defense Mission, and then a third came from the Colorado Springs Mission, the Kansas Wichita Mission, and so we had the sacred opportunity after that special mission fast that I remember President Kaiser having the whole mission do, that transfer would be guided us where the Lord would have people end up being at the time of the division, but then they then kicked in, and all the Christians in the area at the time approved to let us do those temple trips, and so we all got plated up in Wichita and bused into the Kansas City Temple, and there's one special experience it was to see the temple. It was full of our fellow peers and stuff, and to see the guys, and even more spiritual experience wasn't even actually necessarily in the temple, but it was right afterwards. We got to go meet in the Liberty State Center and have a little special devotional where, again, like Elder Talker wrote the Missouri Defense Mission song, I created a song for the Kansas Wichita Mission as well, and they still sing that song to this day, what I'm told. And they introduced it to us, and Elder Brenchley, being the awesome choir director for years at the MCC that he was, gathered up the sister missionaries from the visitor center, and they had them sing to us the first time this new mission song, and just feel that Liberty State Center is so full of the Spirit, and also reminds me of an experience with Sister Kai. She gets up, because President Kai gave his message, Sister Kai gave hers, her personality. She gets up there and grabs the Phoenix box on both sides, sets them up on the stand and stuff, and everyone's eyes already watering in the chapel. And the experience that really stuck out to me was actually also right afterwards. We loaded up on the buses, getting ready to go. Hey, came outside and waved us on as we head off, seeing the last time in the mission. And, excuse me, think how it probably had to be pretty similar for a 2-year life experience that our Father in Heaven and Heavenly Mother was probably a similar image of you guys see brothers and sister guys standing, holding on to each other, and just Holy Spirit love. So that's what our early parents had the thought for us as this life experience started off, to start seeing their heavenly children as we come down to this earth, and to experience this life. I know it wouldn't be easy, and it'd be a long time before we returned to our heavenly parents, and so grateful for this gospel that we have here, that we were able to have the time that we did in the mission, and have the sacred experience that it was to have presence to surprise with the leader of our mission. And I know God's hand was in our mission, and it was such an honor to be able to serve when we did, and there's seeds that I'm sure we planted that in the next life we're excited to be like, see this individual here, they might have rejected your message at the time, but I'm sure there's going to be handfuls of people that need to be transferred to different moments towards just even just our presence and the messages that were shared resonate with them. Eventually the right time probably will come along and be joined, and I'm sure you can see many fruits of those flavors. And of course on social media we can see some of the fruits to this day, keep in contact with followers, and what awesome thing that is. And of course, when the body started, there was no temple in the mission, and of course, the Tennessee temple got dedicated. Now they've got Wichita, Kansas, that was in the boundaries at the time. When they first came out too, now getting one as well. And so cool it is that temples are walking here prayer. And of course, as the Christian life has granted many times, it's the Alpha and Omega mission where everything began, where it all ended. There's a lot of learning happened there, and have them and appreciate it together. All the way down. Season just pressed him in.
If your kid is missing shoes, they might be over there. There's some shoes over there, black. So if your kid's missing some, that's where they are. Is there anybody else?
All good. You didn't say anything at my wedding, so you might as well. Yeah, I did. I said I told you and you guys to go over.
Okay. I'm Elder Hayes. I served with Clemson Class for my first year. 2013 to 2015 I was there. And I'll share a funny one in hopes that he comes, or a spiritual one in hopes of a funny one, he comes backward. So I got called English speaking, and I had never learned the language, and so in high school I took American Sign Language because Spanish was too hard, but I wasn't really active before my mission, so I thought when you put a mission language down, you were to speak that language your whole mission, and I didn't want to sign with my hands for 2 years, so I didn't tell anybody. I got out there, and about a month or so before President left, he gave me a call in the middle of the night, Gallatin, Missouri. Actually, I was down somewhere else, like Chinook or something. And he said, Elder Hayes, transfers are coming up, and I was praying about you. And the Lord told me you knew sign language. And I wanted to so badly just be like, the Lord lied. I don't know sign language, I know the ABCs. And he goes, well, I hope you know it. If you don't, it's fine. You're now being reassigned as an ASL missionary. And so I got reassigned for the second half of my mission to be a sign language speaker, or sign language signer. Anyway. Cool one. Rats. Cool. It's going to be kept a secret from him. So I don't know if any of you remember, there was a Christmas mission conference.
Honestly, not sure.
Do you remember crazy LED light bulbs that happened? Yeah. I brought those on the mission. I don't know why. The president thought they were the coolest things ever. And he was like, you should do something for our mission Christmas conference. And so I stood up there as we sang Angels We Have Heard on High, that's the only one I remember, and did this. Little did he know, those are rave girls. And before I served my mission, I was an avid raver. So people used to tell me afterwards, they're like, I can't believe mission president used rave girls in the mission. You have no idea. They were rave girls. So it looks like it's going to be kept a secret. I think that's it. We may have plenty. I'm not going to stand up here and bore you. It's good to see you all.
Yeah. No, that's really cool. Family services on there. I'll talk to the president or somebody because we have. I was just even talking to the custodian president of the ward. We'll see if it's on. We'll get it set up. I didn't know that.
Well, thank you everyone for
But you see how you don't text me back?
And I didn't even think about it. I have submission technology. Thank you again. I'll be ready for practice. And I'll be right back.
Taking this and dropping a beat. Before I say what I wanted to share, just two quick mission memories. Near the end, I was a zone leader with Elder Keaton Stevens, and during one zone leader conference, the president gave a really great talk to us zone leaders that we thought was awesome. And he had it recorded, and so we spent too much time transcribing it and distributing it to everyone in our zone, and we sent it to other zone leaders, and we thought it would be funny to send without a return address to president and also the assistants to the president. And then, then we started getting calls, and it got to President Kai's that we had done that. And so he called us and rebuked us and said, hey, I said don't do that. This is just for you guys. And so to punish me, what he did the following, it was going to be my last 6 weeks of the mission. I thought, yeah, sweet, I'll coast here, be a zone leader, great. He called me and said, hey, so we're deciding to split the independence zone. And and we're only going to have one district. And I want you to be the district leader. Also, you're going to be opening up Raytown, which was only covered by sisters before. So you'll have a blank area book, and also you'll be training a new missionary who also is going to speak learning Spanish. And I almost had to think, what did I do? And I realized what I did. The first time I met President Kai's, of course, he came through to all the zone conferences, and he shook my hand and said, how are you doing, Elder Hill? It's right on my chest, but I had to say, great, President Keys. So we were fine since then. So, and now I'll say it closer. Our Father in heaven, we are very grateful to have joined here as fellow missionaries who are in the service of thee back in Missouri. We ask a blessing as we part that, as we all travel from where we were, near and far, that we'll be safe and that we'll carry thy spirit with us. And we're grateful for the time we've had to serve thee and everything that we learned today. We love thee, Father, and we ask these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.